I've never been happier to see AJ McKee than I am right now. This is going to be a lot less hostile. That was fun stuff. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, but I saw a little bit. It was pretty fun.
Who do you think won?
I think this was the funny one.
You think that was the knockout blow? So you think Stotts won?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're boys with Stotts, right? You guys went to the VMAs yesterday, so I feel like
I've had a bit of time with him now. So.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun having you here. October 1st, you are back. Long Beach, LBC, as they say, right?
Long Beach, baby.
Yeah. Respect. How far do you live from Long Beach?
I'm born and raised
in Long Beach.
Long Beach Memorial. Born
wow.
And raised. Yeah.
That is and currently, how far do you like? Are you actually still in Long Beach? Mm-hmm. Oh man. So this is like a real homecoming for you.
This is homecoming. Yeah.
When you were told about this, you were all in? Because some people don't like fighting at home.
No, I love. I mean, just having the energy at the Forum when I first won the world title, it was electrifying. So just being able to bring that now from the Forum to the Long Beach Convention Center is going to be, I expect it to be just 10 times better.
So, okay, a lot of questions here because you're fighting the co-main, you're fighting at 55 instead of 45, you're fighting Spike Carlyle, and Pitbull, your old friend, is in the main event. Number one, why didn't they do the trilogy right off the bat? Why didn't they do you versus Pitbull 3 at 45?
I don't know. It's a bit over my head, to be honest. I feel that's him though. When you're the champ, you make the calls. You know, you have the title, you have the control. So I was expecting him to say he wanted to fight again, but obviously after the results of that fight, I don't think he wants to fight again.
Why not?
I mean, did you see the fight, Ariel?
Yeah.
Who do you think won the fight?
It's a close one.
I know, but who do you think won?
You think you won?
Oh, statistics think I won. I think I won. I think a lot of people think I won.
Did you think you won on the night, or did you watch it afterwards and then say, you know what?
Both.
Okay. You thought when they were about to announce the winners' scorecards that you were getting the nod?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Unanimous? Hands down.
Is there anything you wish you could have done differently to make it a little more decisive?
Knock them out like the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't leave it to the judges.
Why didn't you knock him out?
I felt with the fight going the way it did the first one, the entire tournament, 4-for-4 all finishes, I felt now, me being the champ, I wanted to fight a smart fight, but also me knowing I wasn't prepared to go into that fight at my full potential. I went in there to fight, but I knew on my worst day he couldn't beat me. So with that being said, I signed a contract, I show up and I fight regardless. So yeah, I knew, all right, secure some takedowns, third and fourth and fifth round, win those rounds, and I felt the first round was definitely mine. So 1, 4, and 5 were the goals. Win the 3, hands down, no questions.
You never lost before in your MMA career.
No.
That feeling of the other guy getting his hand raised, you go to the back, you're not the winner. You know, what was that like? You've never experienced this.
It felt fake. It felt fake for a while.
What do you mean by fake? Like it wasn't real?
Yeah, it felt like it wasn't
like a bad dream?
Bad dream. And I was just going to wake up. But being able to kind of self-reflect in that instance and adapt, see what went wrong, where I could make adjustments in my life, and just how to come back from it.
How long did it take for that fake feeling to go away? Or maybe it hasn't gone away yet?
I would say... in all honesty, I went through a complete little mental meltdown, like full mental breakdown, was checked out, like was going through it. And I would say it settled in about the second week after the fight. That's when I was just off the deep end. But like always, you know, through the trials and tribulations of life, I found myself right back in the gym, and, you know, I found the fuel to the fire.
You say mental breakdown, off the deep end. Those are big words.
Yeah, and I mean them exactly how I said.
What do you mean by that?
Mental breakdown.
Like, where were you?
Like, mentally checked out, not there. AJ was not AJ.
Really?
Yeah.
Where were you physically?
Physically, I was there. Mentally, I was not.
But like, were you in California? Did you go somewhere else?
In California.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at home. I knew what was coming, so I stayed home, and I just wanted to be in my safe place until I could gather my thoughts and myself and build myself back to the stable.
When you say you knew what was coming, what do you mean by that?
Well, mental breakdown.
You felt that like this wave was
going to... It was a legit mental breakdown.
Really?
I mean, when you're a perfectionist, when you know you're a perfectionist, you know you're the best, and certain things in your life are OCD to the point to where like this is this, and it needs to be this way. Exactly how your bobbleheads are all lined
Yeah.
up perfectly. If this one's moved like this, you're gonna notice. You're gonna come in and adjust it. So for me, not being able to make an adjustment to something like that, it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, I'm faster, stronger, better.
Have you ever felt anything like that before? Because you're not used to dealing with defeat, right? But in other facets of your life, have you ever had a breakdown like that before?
Yeah. That was I would say emotionally, yeah. Dealing with heartbreak. That was a big one.
Wow. Did it surprise you how hard you took it? Or did you know that if this ever came, this day, this loss, this would happen? This would be the result?
I didn't think it would happen because just kind of wishing it was more of on my expense, and it wasn't my expense in that moment of the fight, but afterwards it went to the judges.
Got it.
And that's where it was no longer in my control. So looking into that 4th, 5th round, instead of thinking, hey, secure a takedown and win the round, because fighting as a strategic champion, having a wrestling background, I know what I'm capable of. I know he can't stop my takedown. Just being able to say screw it and go in there and finish him like I normally do. I don't know, it's just different motivation, Through the whole tournament, I always said it, 4 for 4 all finishes. I was motivated. I'm gonna finish everybody. I finished everybody. 3 in the first round, 1 in the third. So yeah, it was a little different.
And so now when you come back, like if they would have come to you and said, yo, we're going to run this back right away, would you have done it?
Immediately, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely, because it's that chip on your shoulder. It's having something to prove. First time I wanted to prove I was a champion. I wanted to complete my hit list, and like Chell says, I love this quote. I've been quoting this a lot. Possession is 9/10
of the law.
9/10 of the law,
Yeah.
and I will forever have my hit list complete. His name will forever be on that belt. He'll never have a belt with my name on it.
Huh. So, okay, so why not fight at 45?
I wouldn't mind fighting at 45s, but
Meaning, like, if you weren't going to fight, at least be in his orbit so that, let's say something happened, like you would be... Like,
who's there? Who else is there to fight?
Right.
I've had 19 fights in that division, and I'm already at the top of the division.
Right.
If it's not him, then I'm not going to put my body through that. For what? I'm more than capable of moving up to 155 pounds and solidifying myself there as a champion.
Speaking of which, how much did the weight cut come into play on that night back in April?
I would say my weight cuts are always the thing to 145. I make weight, fight's over.
Right.
It just depends on what mental state age is in. Does he want to go out here and put it all on the line, or does he just want to have a chill, subtle day and be a champ?
What state were you in back then?
The first fight, I think we all know what state I was in.
Yeah.
Securing that $1 million bag. The second fight, let's see what he has to the table. I want to see what he has to bring to the table, and it wasn't much. He didn't really bring much into that fight.
Considering the first fight was so dominant, is it fair to say that maybe like motivation was lacking because like you did it, you conquered that mountain, it was one-sided, now you got to do it again? Like it's like,
I was in the middle of snowboarding too.
What do you mean?
I was in the middle of snowboarding season.
Oh,
when we called for the fight, so I gotta cut my snowboarding season short and get motivated to go lose all this weight. It's not really.
right.
It's not really there.
If you were motivated, if everything, you think you finish him, right?
Oh, every time.
Right. So now what's interesting about this is that was your first title defense, and everyone, like, you're the face of Bellator, all this. You tell me, did any of it come into play? Did any of it get to your head? Did you, maybe look past him when maybe you shouldn't have? He's a great fighter. He's a tremendous fighter. Had you not thought that way, had the belt not come into play, like, do you think you would have taken it a little more seriously and finished him? Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you win the belt for the first time, the head does get big. That's natural, right? That's human nature.
Not really. I think it was just more a humbling experience for myself to be able to look myself in the mirror and self-reflect on some things in my life, and be able to make those minor adjustments and see the outcome of them.
What did you learn?
What did I learn? don't leave it to the judges, man.
That's it? What about, like you said, self-reflect, things like that?
Self-reflect.
What changes?
What changes? I mean, plead the fifth on that one, Arrow.
Okay. I feel like you don't want to tell me something. There's something you're holding back here.
I mean, that's just, I don't know, it's life, you know?
It's life?
It's life.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm great, man. I'm great.
You still working with your dad?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day.
Because I think that's the first thing people will be like, oh, is he breaking up with his dad?
No, bro. My dad's such a straight shooter. He's been in my corner, and he's my father, you know? He wants nothing but what's best for me in life, and he's never going to push me in a direction outside of something he wouldn't do himself. And him being a first-generation fighter, he knows the ins and outs of this game better than anyone. So it's just taking heed to what he tells me and being able to put my own twist on it and utilize the knowledge that I have.
What did he say to you after the fight?
After the fight, we both sat down, we watched the fight, both still feeling that we came out victorious. But once again, he said it. He was like, if I would have knew it was going to go to the judges, he's like, I would have told you just go out there and leave it all on the line right there, 4th or 5th round. And that's just the fighter in me. I'm willing to literally die in that cage. That's what you have to do. You go in there on your shield, you better be prepared to be carried out on your shield. And yeah, I felt as the champion, I needed somebody to try to beat me, you know? And he wasn't the person to try to beat me.
Mm. You know, it's interesting. I've been advocating for a long time for open scoring. I mean, you know what that means, right? Like, you guys know where you stand going into the 5th.
I would love that.
You would?
Yeah.
Put another one to everyone says they would love it, yet no one does it. Why would you? Because then you would have known, right, where you stood.
Yeah, I would have known. Yeah, pretty much. It gives you the opportunity to, like I said, self-reflect in that instance and show yourself and show the people how bad do you really want it.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Don't you think that? I mean, there's so much money, there's so much at stake. It's the only sport where you don't know where you stand going into the 4th quarter, going to the final. You don't know what the score is. Yeah. It could be anything. You got guys sitting there scoring. You have no idea. I think it's crazy. When you actually sit back, and the only rebuttal that I get is, well, then the fight won't be as entertaining for the fans. There won't be that moment. Like I had Andy Foster on, who I think the world of the California State Athletic Commission. She's like, but you won't get that moment where it's Andy. I was like, who cares? There's so much at stake here with these guys. What about the moment where they flash on the screen? Oh, AJ's down 1 going into the 5th. You don't think that's going to excite people?
Yeah, I'd have to beg to differ on that. Just because, like, if you look, for instance, the previous fight with Usman and Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
It was no secret he was down, you know, but knowing you're down, he knew he was down. That gives you a different drive. I feel like you can kind of make different assessments in that moment and just be able to go for that kill or be killed moment.
So can I shoot straight with you here?
Handles.
You know, we're boys. We could shoot straight. Bellator wasn't very happy with me after our interview.
I'm sure there were quite a few people that weren't happy with us.
Man, both of us, huh? Damn, they weren't. You know, there's a couple of guys at Bellator who I feel like they were not happy. Like we got into it a little bit. Did you get any heat?
I got a lot of heat.
You got a lot of heat?
Yeah.
Damn. Is that why you're so? I feel like you're like distant from me today. Like we're not beefing though, right?
Nah, there.
Oh, okay,
you
come on, Doug. Come
I
on,
brought
Doug.
you a gift too.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wanted it to be personal too. You know.
Louis Vuitton?
Oh, that's me, Louis. Call me Louis, boy.
Come on.
But
wow. Oh, I thought it was a Louis Vuitton. This is. Oh.
You like Louis? That's the first one I've actually given out.
Serious. This is amazing. An AJ McKee bobblehead. What is it? Oh, and a glove. Wow, 2 gifts.
Yeah.
Is this?
I'm gonna sign it for you.
But did you wear this in a fight?
Yes.
Which one?
Darren Carwell.
Wow. This
And a
is big,
Snickers.
man.
I don't know if you're a chocolate guy, but
I understand. Oh, thanks. You're more of a chocolate guy than I am.
I mean, I'm a nougats myself, honestly.
Wow.
Like
This is. Can we get this shot right here? This one. Look at this. Darren Caldwell glove. Wow. I appreciate this, man. Thank you.
Anytime.
And this is gonna go right here next to me. I'm gonna unbox it.
It's one of one.
This is one of one.
Well, one of 200, but that's the first one I've.
Wow.
given out.
Who made that? Is
My
that
dad. Yeah.
your
my
dad
father
made
and
that?
I. Yeah, we made it.
Wow. That's awesome. Good for you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Back to the you tried to sweeten me up here. They weren't very happy because you were talking about your contract, UFC, this and that. Did it get awkward that week?
I wouldn't say it got awkward. I mean, business is business, you know. It's the life we live, man. It's fight life. I've been getting heat my whole life. I mean, shit. Even my dad's career, I've been getting heat for that. But it's the same thing. I wore a PFL shirt and in an interview. It's like, dude, I'm at a PFL fight. I'm cornering a teammate. I'm not gonna I'm supposed to just walk in there with a Bellator shirt, like, hey, what's the deal? Like,
Right.
you know, it's business. Yeah, they don't give Khabib shit for wearing Bellator shirts.
It's a good point.
It's respect. You respect where you're at.
Right.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me the situation now with the contract? Because now that you're no longer the champ, is it up soon? Do you still have a few fights left? Where are we at?
Plead the fifth.
Come on, AJ. Why? People need to know these things.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see where things play out.
Do you want to stay with Bellator?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel there's unfinished business there. There's a lot of super fights and things that can be done there, especially with me moving up to 155. Like I said, Conor becoming first champ. That was my motivation, was to be a champ. So I was looking forward to that immediate rematch being at 55s. Obviously, it was held at 45s, now no longer being a champion, moving up to 155-pound division. We'll see what lies there.
In retrospect, it was all laid out perfectly, right? He was 55, he gives up the belt, right? Then his brother takes it. You guys could have gone up and fought for that belt. It would have been huge.
But his brother's not a champion.
What do you mean by that?
Has he ever beat a champion?
No, but I mean, he is.
Okay, so he's not a champion.
Okay.
To be a champion, you must beat a champion. That is the way life goes. That is the way life is. He hasn't beaten a champion, so therefore he's an intern champion.
So if the 45 Patricio Pitbull fight doesn't materialize, 55 Patricky, is that of interest?
Yeah, why not?
There's a story there.
Usman's fighting him, though.
No, yeah. Oh, you don't think he gets by Usman?
Oh, hell no.
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 That's November 18th.
Correct.
Yeah, you don't think it happens?
I don't think so.
Wow. You impressed with Usman?
I mean, yeah, he's a wrestler. You know wrestling runs this joint. Come on now.
Right. So, okay, so you don't want to tell... is this possibly your last fight with Bellator on the contract?
No.
Okay, there's still at least one more after.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll fight for a belt again there?
I don't know. I would hope so. I love titles. Like I said, I want to be champ. I want to hold 2 titles. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where things go. Fight activity is key. I'm knocking this dude out in 2 minutes. I don't want to sit on the bench for 8 months. I want to get back in there in a month or two. 27 years old. I'm in the prime of my career. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to put on great shows.
What interests you more now, becoming a champ at 55 so you can say you were a 2-division champ, or running it back with Patricio at 45?
I would say the most interesting thing for me is, I don't know, I want to have kids one day, so securing my legacy and creating enough funds to where my family doesn't have to worry. You know, this is second generation for me. I'm second generation. I have a 16-year-old brother that's on his way. I have a 5-year-old brother that's on his way. If it's not me, it'll be them. And in due time, you know, in due time. I'm just sitting back being patient, you know, being the best that I can be inside and outside of the cage. And that's a big key, you know. This is how I take care of my family. This is how my father takes care of his family. And it's a lot. It's a big family, you know. We got 4 here, 4 there. And it's just a big family, so we're not going anywhere.
The 16-year-old bro, he is going to be a fighter?
I don't want him to, but yeah.
He wants to be.
I mean, the kid's, yeah.
He's good?
He's good.
Why don't you want him
both
to?
his feet behind. It's MMA, Ariel.
It's a crazy business, right?
Crazy business, man.
But it's brought you, you know, riches, fame, fortune.
Agreed.
Right? I mean, that necklace right here, what are we talking?
The McKee piece?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't put a value on that.
I mean,
we're going Super Saiyan Majin Buu style, baby.
I feel like I need sunglasses looking at that thing. There's so much bling on that thing. I can skate on that. I mean, the amount of ice on you right now.
I love it. It's my birthstone, man.
Oh, is it? What is it?
Yeah, diamonds.
That's your birthstone?
Yeah, I'm a diamond.
So
handle well under pressure.
What month is that?
Aries, April 7th.
April. Oh, okay. Wow. Look at you. Look at you. So is it possible you're done at 45?
No.
Okay. You will go back.
I would.
Why Spike Carlyle, by the way?
Just giving my body some time to get acclimated. I don't know, at 155 pounds, it's gonna take some time, at least 6 months to a year for my body to get fully acclimated and adjusted to walking around at 170 plus pounds. I mean,
Really?
I'm 170 at the moment. I've touched 185 prior.
Where do you feel most comfortable?
165.
165. That would be it.
165 is like, but now mind you, 165 is also what I walk into the cage at for 145.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
About 160, 165.
What do you think you'll weigh for a 55 fight the next day? You think still 65?
65, 70-ish. I'm walking around 170. I mean, I'm running. I'm doing everything I normally would for 145-pound division, except my eating intake is through the roof.
Really?
I'm eating whatever I want.
Isn't that
Steak,
great?
lobster, surf and turfs all day, baby.
So isn't that a thing? Like you're going to do this and you're going to be like, man, life is so much better. Why am I killing myself going to 45?
Exactly. That was the whole point. And if I wasn't going to fight for the title again, then what was the point? He knows where I'm at. It's a matter of time. Time is of the essence at the moment. And I can't be wasting time. It's the most valuable thing on this planet is time.
Here's the thing I don't quite understand. Like, no disrespect to Adam Borks, you're a much bigger name, right? Why wouldn't he want to just run it back?
Because he knows he didn't win that fight. He knows it's 2-0. So I'll take that one exclamation mark on my record.
Do you get annoyed when you see him with the belt?
Nah.
You didn't get that long with it.
Whatever.
Less than a year.
I'll have another one.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Did they offer you 55 belt, like a title fight off the bat?
No.
Or was it always...
No.
Were there any other names discussed other than Spike?
Shit, I threw Benson Henderson out there.
Wow.
That's just one of my favorite fighters. I think stylistically that'd be an awesome fight. He's very well-rounded. We're very similar in styles. Jiu-jitsu, striking. He's unorthodox. It would just be a phenomenal fight to watch.
And what happened?
He was lined up to fight
Peter Queally.
Peter Queally.
Okay. Oh, so it was already...
Yeah.
Do you think they would have done it?
I don't know.
You talk about easing your way in at 55. I mean, that's not really easing your way in.
I mean, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I want number one, number two. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Looking back on, do you regret anything from when you were champ? Do you wish you could have done things? No?
I don't regret anything.
Nothing.
You learn from your mistakes and you move forward from them.
Anything you wish maybe you didn't say? Maybe were you a little too open with your feelings? You see, I love it. Media loves it.
But I mean, what do you expect when you cut 25 pounds and you're dehydrated and then you ask somebody personal questions?
Right.
I'm an honest person. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel.
You should just blame me.
It's your fault, Ariel.
It is my fault.
No,
I'm the
it's
one
my
asking
fault.
you. I'm asking you the question.
I have rights. I can plead the fifth.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, I'm the one. You didn't come on to be like, hey, I want to talk X, Y, and Z. We could have talked about the sun that day, and it would have been the same for you, right? Like we could have talked about the weather. So I asked you, and I put you in that position. But that's
It's your job.
the exchange here.
Exchange.
I thought it was a big interview because we had never heard someone speak like that in your spot, right? But I also don't really blame them for being mad too.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't. It's part of the business. It's the one taking the knee.
What is that sweater that you're wearing?
Louis boy, come on,
I don't
Ariel.
know. Listen, I'm 40 now. I'm too old for this stuff. Now, do you still, I'm going to ask you the question, and do you still want to go to the UFC?
See, I never said I wanted to go to the UFC. I said it's inevitable for me to have a UFC title. Therefore,
Fair.
meaning it's inevitable. Wherever I go, if I go somewhere, I will be a champion.
Okay.
I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'll still continue to say that. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I still have unfinished business here, so we just have to see how the cards play out. It's like poker, man. You never know what is on the table until they're all sitting there.
Mm-hmm. So this will be around, well, I don't know, less than 6 months, 5.5 months since your last fight. Good enough time? Did you want to come back sooner? Do you wish you had more time? Given how you said you dealt with the loss, how would you describe like the time off that you've had? Almost half a year.
It was cool. Nothing, no biggie. I mean, I just wish it was in snowboarding season.
Right.
So I could be hitting the slopes. But 6 months, it's cool. I'm not hurt. I wasn't banged up. I could have been back in that cage literally a couple months after. Like I said, I'm in the prime of my career. I want to fight every 2 months, 3 months if possible. I'm trying to rack up as much chicken as possible because I got an appetite and I'm ready to eat.
How long did it take for you to get back into the gym and start feeling like yourself?
A bit longer than usual. It took me about 2-3 weeks.
And usually what is it?
Oh, I'm in the week, same week.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what'd you do?
In the gym?
No, like those 2-3 weeks. How'd you spend time?
Well, the following week I went to Chris Cyborg's fight in Hawaii. Then I got home. That's when the mental breakdown kicked in full effect. And yeah, it took me about a week or two to just kind of process everything. But I was still in the gym. That's my thing. I'm always in the gym. I don't care if I haven't slept in 2 days. I'm going to go to the gym because this is how I become and how I have became the best at what I do, is by countless hours and sacrificing my time and investing in myself in that way.
So that's really interesting, because I think when people hear mental breakdown, they would think that you're in your house, like your blinds are
No, that's
closed.
exactly how it was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
But you said you went to the gym.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's gym, home.
Gym,
But you
home,
were
gym,
around
home.
other people.
Yeah, it wasn't very social. I'm a very introvert person, so I don't really talk much.
You would just go there, do your own thing, and leave.
Yeah.
At home, were you around anyone?
Yeah, my mom, my brother. I mean, my 16-year-old brother lives with me. He's been living with me since he was 12.
So what was that like?
It was nice to have someone there.
Right.
You know, obviously, I don't talk to people. I'm not a person to go and tell you how I'm doing and want to express like, yo, I'm in the middle of a mental breakdown. Like, I'm gonna just get through it. You know, regardless where I'm at, I'm gonna just continue to prevail and do my best to get better in those circumstances. And that was the whole instance, man. That was the whole thing. My dad's not a soft person. You know, my pops. Get up, what are you crying for, pussy? Like, so trying to go talk to him and be like, yo, I'm having a midlife crisis. I feel like I'm breaking down. It's not what he wants to hear, you know? He's invested in me and put so much time into me that this is not just my career, but this is his career too at the same time. So it's just fueling that beast, man. I've literally turned it all around and used it as motivation to become better, faster, and stronger.
Did you draw from anyone to, you know, be inspired, like, oh, this guy dealt with this adversity like this, and you know what I mean? Like sometimes you could read about a fighter or an athlete who suffered a major setback, but then turned it around and became better. Did you do any of that?
Not really. I mean, I guess you could say when Floyd lost against his amateur career, but I had a loss in amateur career as well. So it's different when it's pro.
Right.
This is set in stone.
Right.
Yeah. It kind of, it hurt, you know? It hurt deeply. It was just, I don't know what to do. There's nothing you really can do.
What about your brother seeing you upset? Did that bother you? Like, did you try not, because I'm sure he looks up to you, you're a hero for him. You're over 10 years older than him.
I actually haven't really got to talk to him about it, but he's a young kid and his mind is opening up to life and he's seeing things as well. And he's stepping up to the plate, man. You know, his dad's not there. Obviously, our mother, she's around, but it's us. And I constantly tell him, it's us versus the world, bro. I got your back. I'm in your corner all the way. The same way my dad tells me, I got your back. I'm in your corner all the way. Whether you're right or wrong, I'm going to be in your corner. And I'm going to continue to push you to do what's right. And even when you're wrong, even if you are wrong, I'm still going to be in your corner.
That's huge. And where is his dad? You don't know. Okay, so your mom, you share a mother, but Antonio is not his dad.
No, he's not a McKee.
Oh, interesting.
But he's got the heart of one. That's
Respect.
what we put in him.
What's his name?
Jordan.
Jordan, okay.
Jordan Michael. Michael Jordan.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Come on.
I named him.
You named him?
Yeah, that was my favorite player, Michael Jordan.
Wait, your mom said, what do you want to name him? And you got to pick?
Yeah, well, I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a little brother, so I guess she took that and made a brother.
Wait, is his last name Michael?
No.
Okay.
That's his middle name.
Okay.
His last name's Gaither.
Okay, but you call it, like, it's...
Michael Jordan. I just call him Jordan.
That's amazing.
But it's spelled Jordyn.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So, all right. So then you get back and then you start working out again. And now you feel like yourself now, right? We're not, I mean, the fight is a little over a month away. You're not in that mourning period anymore.
Nah.
How would you describe, like, are you in like kill mode? Like, how would you
ready.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
You wish it was this weekend?
Oh yeah. I wish it was last weekend.
Really? You have something to prove?
Definitely.
Do you feel like a lot of people wrote you off like, oh, he wasn't what, oh, this guy's talking about fighting Volkanovski, this guy. A lot of people jump off the bandwagon quick, right, in this game?
Yeah, but, I mean, I understand why. They say you're only as good as your last fight.
Right.
So let me go out there and I'm going to show them a revamped, a better AJ, a reincarnated AJ. I'm faster, stronger, bigger, and that's what I'm motivated to be. It's just bigger, better, faster, stronger.
I feel like there's a chance you're going to like this so much that you'll never go back to 45.
I mean, like I said, I'll go back down there for one last.
Just that, nothing
Just
else.
That's
You're not going down for a non-title fight.
That's a point that I feel really needs to be proven.
Right.
Just like I needed to prove that I was going to beat everybody in the tournament, 4-for-4 all finishes. When I set my mind on something, the mind is very powerful, Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
So when I set my mind on something, it's set, and I'm not going to stop until I accomplish it.
By the way, for someone who grew up, maybe not having as much as others, to get $1 million check like that, like how much did that change your life?
A lot. It opened my mind up, but $1 million in California,
Yeah.
it's a house.
Yeah.
It's a house. So my father doesn't have to worry anymore. But now I need my house because I want my kids. I want my own.
You bought him a house?
Yeah. I bought him a house prior to the tournament.
Right.
Yeah. Now it's just investing and trying to make money.
You need to do the thing that everyone does. They move to Texas. No state taxes. Can't do that, right?
I'm a California kid till the day I die, man. Long Beach.
I always wanted to go to Long Beach because I loved Warren G and Nate Dogg.
Yeah, I went to school with his son. My dad was cool with all of them. My dad went to school with Snoop, Poly Native.
Man, you went to school with Warren G's son.
Yeah,
he's a football player, right?
Warren G. Was it Warren G
or Nate Dogg? I know Warren G's son.
Know them all.
Yeah,
know them all. Long Beach is very coordinated and orientated with each other. So.
Just hit the east side on the LBC on a mission trying to find the wall. I love that. That's one of my all-time favorite albums. So I thought LBC was like the coolest place in the world. How far is it from LA?
With me driving?
Oh.
12 minutes.
Is that it? Really?
Hollywood's 12 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was so close.
It's about a 30-minute drive.
Okay.
30-minute drive. If you leave in traffic time, you're talking a 2.5-hour drive.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it annoy you that Patricio's main event in your town?
Nah, it just shows his character. He's not a true champion.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
This fight should have been for the belt in your hometown. And he said no.
I mean, I would have done it in Brazil, but let's be honest, who the hell's trying to go to Brazil?
Brazil's great.
Yeah. Have you been?
Yeah, multiple times.
You went with UFC when they did that one there?
Yeah. Went to Rousey there, Anderson a couple times.
How many fights has UFC done there?
Oh, a bunch. They went all over Brazil. Rio, they did like 5, 6, 7, 8, all over Brazil. I mean, there was a period where they were going everywhere in Brazil.
As long as I got a helicopter ready to escort me out that.
You don't want anything to do with Brazil?
No, man. I've lost quite a few people out there. So has my dad, friend-wise.
Really?
Yeah.
Like legit lost?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world we live in.
It is a crazy world. That is, I mean, I think it could have been huge, the heat, but the heat would have been huge in Long Beach too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't kind of force the issue.
I mean, just the energy at the forum was so electrifying. Why would he want to fight me in my home city?
Right.
It would be just
gigantic. And they didn't have sway. I feel like he said otherwise. That he said that you're.
Come on, Ariel. You're the champ.
Yeah.
You make the calls.
Right.
If I didn't want to fight him the second time, I could have said, no, it's time to fight Borix, or it's time to fight this person. But no, I said, look, all right, he doesn't feel, whomever, doesn't feel that it was a notable win or it was luck or whatever you want to call it. First of all, there's no luck in fighting. Either you set up the timing and you set up the punches and you go in there and do your job, or you don't. So there's no luck in fighting. Let's just get that out of there. But yeah, why would he want to fight me in Long Beach? It's not a smart move. Because I genuinely feel in his heart, he doesn't feel he won that fight.
What a reception he's gonna get.
Him?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, after I fight, I'm pretty sure the whole arena is gonna leave. So he won't get booed as much as he thinks he's probably going to, but
it'll just be empty.
It'll be empty.
By the way, Rampage offer any words of wisdom?
He was a little upset.
He was upset.
Very upset.
Upset towards
The loss. He doesn't feel I lost.
Okay, so he wasn't, but was he like open to talking to you about it? This guy has
Oh yeah,
seen it all in the fight game as well.
definite. He just, I mean, he's had interviews. He said it's not something that should be done to an athlete, especially just knowing how much work I've put into my career. I mean, when Rampage was in his prime, I was a kid training under him. You know, I remember when he got his monster deal and he was training up in Big Bear at Mr. Mosley's house. My dad was there, you know, and I was that little kid running around the gym with him, his boys, and now his son's training. So we got Raja Jackson, little baby Paige. He's
Training with you guys.
Yeah, he's amateur
sick.
as well. He's 3-0, I believe.
Is Baby Slice still training?
He's still there as well.
He's still there.
Yeah, we're all. Once you go body shop, man, you're body shop for life unless you leave. And if you leave, you probably left on a bad note, which makes you not want to be there.
Right.
So.
Okay, so now we go back. How long are you here for?
Tuesday.
Till Tuesday, you go back, finish up training camp. You don't have to travel. That's a good thing, right? You're done with that. And you prove your point. You come back, and then as you said, you're only as good as your last fight. And then everyone's going to be back on you. They're going to say you should fight Patricio or Usman.
Well, no, they're going to say, Spike's not a top contender. But, I mean, dude, styles make fights. So
Right.
that's the key, is the style, man. He's a go-getter. He's going to leave it in there.
How do you think you win? How does it play out?
Just got to wait and see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plead the fifth on that too?
Yeah, plead the fifth on that too.
Damn, plead the fifth.
I'll let these do the action.
I appreciate it. Well, good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you, and I appreciate these gifts. These are
I
going
gotta sign
here.
that for you.
Yes, please. We actually have, when you walk out over there, Joe will hook you up with the Sharpie, and you will sign that. Thank you for the Snickers. This I'm going to open. I'm going to put it right here next to the man right here.
Ferg.
See this guy?
Big Ferg, rest in peace, man.
Did you ever meet him?
No, that's the crazy part. There's very few people I'd say I idolized and wanted to meet, but Big Ferg was one for sure. His Baby Slice, Kevo, actually moved out to Long Beach, I would say a few months prior to his father passing. Or actually, yeah, he moved out there and then his father passed away. I didn't really know how to connect and bond with him because he's a very introvert person as well.
Okay.
But yeah, we grew a bond and yeah, there's very few people I'd say I idolized. Kobe, Big Ferg, just people that have impacts on your life, not just in their sport, but outside of their sport, you know, inside and outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's just character traits of how you're gonna build others up around you, and that's something Body Shop's all about, you know. It's not just building you up in the gym, but what goes on outside of the gym and how to build these guys up into better men. And that's something big my dad is very, very big on.
Still can't believe Kobe is no longer here. It's like still
Man,
surreal.
Rest in peace.
Like they had Kobe Day last 8/24, and it's just like it still doesn't feel real, right?
I woke up and I thought it was fake news.
The day it happened?
The day it happened,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, no, this is bull. No way, no way, no way, no way. And then like I started seeing it, I'm like, I still just couldn't believe it. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. He impacted so many people's lives in LA, man. It's Mamba mentality, you know, always prevail, always continue to give it your all. Yeah, same with MJ. It's those two, man.
Yep. Well, you will show that on October 1st. I appreciate you very much. Good luck to you, my man. Thank you for coming in.
Appreciate you. Thank you for
Joe
having
will
me.
walk you out right here. You're the man, AJ, and we'll keep the train rolling along. Dude, keep doing your thing, man. Don't let the haters get to you.
Nah,
and
I
if
can't.
Hey, if the brass at Bellator give you problems, send them my way, all right?
All right, say less.
Thank you. There he is, AJ McKee, the mercenary, soon-to-be Bellator lightweight champion, soon-to-be double champion. He is the man, kind enough to join us here. There he goes. What a day here on the program. And the good news is, oh yeah, thank you. Hook me up, Joe. There it is. The good news is the fun continues because we still got a lot of show left.